with us. And Rick, had a lot of opportunities today. Needed some key hits at the right time. You certainly put a lot of pressure on this North Branford team, who is a very good team, by the way. They didn't sneak out of here. They played a good game. They have a good pitcher. They hit a couple of shots. A couple of girls can really hit the ball. But no matter what, certainly when it's your final game and you're not holding the trophy, it's a tough loss.
Oh, absolutely. Well, we always don't like to not win our last game, and then very few teams accomplish that, to win the last game of the season. So that is always your goal. But you have to take it when it's going to happen to you more times in your life than you're not going to win that last game.
Yeah, that's how it works out, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams.
Yeah, I think we counted up 11 runners left on base. But your seniors played well. We had the kids over here. We had Brooke and Shyla and Shay over here, and Shay and Shyla both had a couple of hits. Brooke ended up with a hit in the last inning.
Yeah.
And your kids just never say die, and I think they do that from their heart, their own pride, but they do it for their school, and I'm sure they do it representing you out there.
They definitely give it their all. We're all emotionally invested into this. We work real hard. We come into practice every day, and we work around the weather if we have to. We don't take any days off, and by the end of the year, you've put so much time and energy into it that it does break your heart. Not only the loss, but that it is the last game of the year. And for the seniors, it's the last day in the program. Both Shyla and Shay were both 4-year starters. Brooke wasn't a starter as a freshman, but she was a 3-year starter and was on the varsity team as a freshman. So they've had a lot of experiences together. A couple trips to Disney, and so there's some friendships that are made, and just being part of the program, I think is a unique experience for a kid in a high school like ours.
Well, they certainly put their heart and soul into this game and into their school and what they do, and again representing Griswold and you, and I know all these kids think the world of you. And the respect they have for you and what you've taught them over this time. But it's still really, really tough to see these seniors go out. But they should all hold their heads very high because they had very, very great careers, and they should be very proud of themselves.
Well, I always remember I'm coaching high school girls, and the game is just part of the lessons we learn as being part of this program. I hope to give them life lessons about what it takes to be successful. And when you have failure, going back to the drawing board and trying to figure out so those same failures don't happen to you again. And I always hope that those are life lessons, that don't accept failure or loss, that there's always more we can do, and the harder we work, the less failures there will be.
Yeah, and I agree with you. That does carry over through every part of life, whether it's family, whether it's business. This teaches you to be disciplined. It teaches you to be competitive. You can't go into your business life or your career and not think that there's not going to be competition, because there's always competition. But I'm sure you've taught these girls a heck of a lot to leave this school with. And I don't want to get too far ahead, but we have before you know it, next year's going to be here. The summertime, you've got coaching during the summer. Next year, you got a bunch of these kids coming back. We lost 3 seniors. Talk a little bit about that. What are you thinking about for next year? I don't know if you have any kids coming up that you're aware of that could make an impact as a freshman next year.
I'm not sure about that. As far as there is a group of 8th graders coming in that love softball play. They show up here once in a while to catch a game. I think today they're up there playing on the JV field in some sort of tournament. So there is a group of very athletic freshmen coming in. Is anybody going to walk on to the varsity team? I don't know. I had 5 freshmen this year that worked their tails off. Didn't always translate into playing time on the varsity level, but they worked with us every day. They got a lot better, and I think they all learned a little bit of what it takes to play here. And so we got we got a good group of kids returning. We got 11 players returning that practiced here every single day and worked hard every day. So again, I always look and say, I hope for all the work they put in this year, these kids get to reap rewards next year.
most of these kids play summer ball these days. I know they're spread around now, but
of the 11 kids we have returning, 10 of them play summer ball.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
And they play on multiple teams.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. And you know, we do have some very classy, good, hard-working players coming back next year. So we're looking forward to that. We think it's going to be an exciting season. You know, we hate to watch this year go by, but we're always looking forward to next year and watching you guys hit the field and do what you do out there and, you know, play under you. Because everybody looks up to you as a coach, and Griswold softball is something that's been, you know, high in our area, a standard that a lot of other teams don't meet. So we want to congratulate you, even though it's suffered a 6-4 loss today. You played great ball all season long, had a terrific record, 2 losses all year. Can't beat that.
Right.
And
perfect regular season.
Yeah, perfect regular season. And we certainly look forward to covering Griswold Wolverine softball.
I always appreciate you guys doing this, and I'm glad you'll be coming back next year. I think it adds a little bit more to our program. You know, my goal as running the Griswold softball program is that one someday I leave permanent things in this program that will stay here long after I'm gone. And you know, whether it be the improvements to the facility, the winning attitude, you know, that can disappear. But if you get the community involved a little bit, and you guys are helping immensely with that, I think that the program can stay good for a long time.
Well, for us, you know, it's funny because we Mike talked a little bit about when the seniors were over here, and this is only our 2nd year doing this, but we are, you know, we're really invested in doing this right now. And even though we're on the other side of the fence, you form relationships with the kids. You know, these kids are coming over here all emotional and teary-eyed, and you feel so bad for them because now you know these kids now. You know how hard they work, how, you know, they put everything out on the field, and you hate to see them fail. And you got to remind them that at 23-2, you're not failing at 23-2, but it's that last game that you just, you know, they want so badly, and it's hard when you feel something for them. But
right.
you do that. You see that every day.
Well, you see the highs and lows, and you know, and we love to see the highs.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, thank you for coming over.
All right. Thank you very much.
Good luck next year. A terrific 2017 with this softball program, and we look forward to you doing the same in the future.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike.
And that about wraps it up here for